Have you ever wondered if there's a simple formula to budget without the hassle? The 70-20-10 rule might just be the game changer you need to boost your savings and take control of your finances. When it comes to managing money, a lot of us feel pretty overwhelmed, lost, or even unsure of just where to start. But what if budgeting could be made simple and clear? That's where the 70-20-10 rule comes into play. This approach breaks down your income into 3 clear categories: essentials, savings, and wants. It's easy to remember, straightforward to follow, and most importantly, effective for building long-term financial stability. The beauty of the 70-20-10 rule is that it gives you a framework without making you feel restricted. It's designed to let you handle your basic needs, save and invest for the future, and still enjoy some of life's pleasures. So whether you're new to budgeting or looking for a fresh approach, this rule could help you see where your money is going and make adjustments to improve your savings game. By the way, if you're new to this channel, welcome. My name is Greg Hardy, and this channel revolves around basic day-to-day personal finance topics and tips that will lead you to financial freedom. In this video, we're going to dive into the 70-20-10 rule, breaking down each category and showing you how to make this method work for your unique financial situation. Let's take a look at the 70-20-10 budgeting rule. This rule is a way to split your net income or your after-tax income into 3 simple parts: essentials, savings, spending money. It's easy to remember and helps you keep your budget balanced. With this rule, you're going to feel more in control of your money and build a good habit of saving. Let's see how it works step by step. But first, if you're into growing your wealth and making smarter financial decisions, I ask that you hit that like button and also subscribe to this channel. It really helps this channel grow, and we'll also get this information out to more people. Now let's get started. First, there's the 70%. This part of your income goes to essentials. Now, essentials are things you need to live, like housing, groceries, utilities, and transportation. Basically, these are the bills you have to pay no matter what. By keeping essentials at 70% or less of your income, you make sure you're living within your means. It might mean looking for ways to cut down if you're spending too much on needs, but over time, this will help you feel less stressed about money. Next is the 20% for savings and investments. This part is for your future. You can use it to build an emergency fund, save for big goals, or invest for your retirement. Even if you can't hit the full 20% right away, try to save as much as you can. Because over time, those savings grow, and you'll be glad you put money aside. This part of the rule is what helps build financial security over time. Finally, there's the 10% for discretionary spending, debt repayment, and even charitable giving or donations. This is your money to enjoy your life with. Having 10% set aside for wants makes sure that you don't feel too restricted by your budget. You can also treat yourself now and then without the guilt. Sticking to this amount also keeps your spending balanced so you don't overspend on all the extras. So with the 70-20-10 rule, you get a budget that covers your needs, builds for your future, and also lets you enjoy the present. The 70-20-10 rule works for almost anyone, no matter how much money you make. But what happens if your income is low or higher than average? Don't worry, you can still use this rule by adjusting it to fit your needs. Whether you're just getting by or you're earning a lot, the rule is flexible and can help you manage your money better. If you're earning a lower income, you might find it hard to put 20% towards savings or even the 10% for fun. In this case, try starting small. Even if you can't save the full 20%, aim for 5 or 10% for savings. The key is to start building good saving habits, even with smaller amounts. You could also adjust the essential part. For example, consider cutting back on non-essential expenses like eating out or subscriptions. Every little bit adds up, and as your income grows, you can increase your savings and your fun money. If you're making more money, you might be able to stick more closely to the 70-20-10 rule or even go beyond it. You could save more than 20% for investments or to build a larger emergency fund. Maybe you can even increase your fund money a bit, as long as it doesn't affect your savings goals. The extra flexibility can give you more room to save for bigger goals, like buying a home or retiring early. Just make sure you don't spend too much on wants, and always make sure that your savings are a priority. In either case, the 70-20-10 rule is meant to be a guide, not a strict rule. The goal is to help you balance your spending, save for your future, and still enjoy your life. So whether you're earning just enough or you're doing well, this rule can be adapted to make your money work better for you. The 20% savings category is where you can really make your money work for you. This part of the rule is all about setting yourself up for the future. By dedicating 20% of your income to savings and investments, you're building a safety net and helping your money to grow over time. Let's look at a few ways to get the most out of this 20%. The first thing that we need to do is start with an emergency fund. An emergency fund is money that you set aside for unexpected events like car repairs, medical bills, or even a job loss. A good goal is to save 3 to 6 months worth of your living expenses, not your earnings. But don't worry if you can't save that much right away. Even a small emergency fund can be a big help in a pinch. Putting part of your 20% savings towards this fund gives you peace of mind and also protects you from going into debt when something unexpected happens. Now, once your emergency fund is in good shape, think about long-term savings like retirement. Contributing to a retirement account such as a 401k or maybe even a Roth IRA can be a smart way to use this 20%. Many employers offer matching contributions for retirement plans, so if that's an option for you, take advantage of it. This is like getting free money to help you save even more. The earlier you start saving for retirement, the more your money can grow over time. Finally, consider other types of investments like stocks, bonds, real estate, or even a high-yield savings account. These options can help you build wealth over time, as they usually grow faster than just keeping your money in a regular old checking account. If investing feels complicated, start small and learn as you go. By focusing your 20% savings on a mix of emergency funds, retirement, and investments, you're going to be on the path to a more secure financial future. The 70-20-10 rule is a great way to budget, but like any plan, it's easy to slip up if you're not careful. Some common mistakes can make it harder to stick to this rule, or even just completely throw your budget off track. So let's take a moment, look at a few pitfalls people often run into and how to avoid them. One pretty big mistake is underestimating essential expenses. Essentials include things like rent, groceries, and utilities, things that you have to pay for each month. Sometimes people forget about smaller bills like gas for the car or regular maintenance costs, which can add up quickly. If your essential expenses end up costing more than 70% of your income, it's going to be pretty tough to save and enjoy life. Take time to list out every essential expense that you have, and don't forget the small stuff. Being realistic about your needs will also help you stick to this rule. Another common issue is overspending in the 10% once category. This is the money that is set aside for fun things like going out to eat or buying new clothes. It's easy to go over this limit without realizing it, especially if you're not tracking your spending. To avoid this, set a monthly once budget and stick to it. Now, when the 10% is used up, try to hold off on any extra spending until the next month. Staying within this category can keep your budget balanced and help you stay on track with your goals. Some people don't focus enough on the 20% for savings and for investments. They may save a little here and there, but don't make it a priority. Saving consistently is what builds financial security over time. Make a habit of setting aside this 20% right when you get paid, so it's not tempting to spend it. By avoiding these common mistakes, you'll get the most out of the 70-20-10 rule and make it easier to reach your financial goals. One of the biggest strengths of the 70-20-10 rule is that it helps you to build consistency with your money. When you stick to this rule over time, budgeting becomes less of a chore and more of a routine. Every month you know where your money is going. You've got your 70% for essentials, 20% for savings, and 10% for fun. By following this structure month after month, you're going to create habits that make handling money easier and less stressful. Consistency is powerful because it adds up over time. Let's say you keep putting 20% of your income into savings and investments each month. Even small amounts will add up over a year or more. With time, your savings grow, your emergency fund gets stronger, and your investments have a chance to increase. The steady approach is going to help you to build real financial security without needing to make any big changes or huge sacrifices all at once. Following this rule also makes it easier to reach your big goals. Maybe you want to buy a home one day or take a big vacation or retire comfortably. By being consistent with your savings, these goals are going to feel more possible. Instead of wondering how you'll come up with the money, you already have a system that helps you save a little bit each month. Consistency is what turns these dreams into achievable steps. Ultimately, the 70-20-10 rule is about building a pathway to financial freedom. Over time, you'll feel more in control of your money and more confident in your choices. The steady habit of saving and budgeting puts you on a path where money becomes a tool for reaching your goals, not a source of worry. The 70-20-10 rule is more than just a budget. It's a simple way to bring balance and purpose to your finances. By breaking down your income into essentials, savings, and wants, you're going to be able to see exactly where your money goes each month. It helps you cover your needs, save for your future, and enjoy the present, all while building a solid financial habit. Over time, this rule can take away a lot of the stress that comes with money, replacing it with a sense of control and with confidence. Remember, budgeting is a journey, and it's okay to adjust as your life changes. Whether you're starting out with small savings or you're ready to boost your investments, the 70-20-10 rule can grow with you. Stick with it, and you may find that each step brings you closer to financial freedom and peace of mind. Now, if you want to learn more about growing your wealth, then check out this video right here. But before you do that, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank y'all so much for watching. I really hope you liked this video and that you got something out of it. I'll see you in the next one.